It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He had the D's number a week ago, over 150 yards rushing. It's the Panthers and the Rams, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever were the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Jones. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, it can take off and run when under duress.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna and Rosu got the sack there. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. You got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Throwing on first down. Jones. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on the roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And the Rams are 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Drops it off for Chubb. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
A penalty is declined.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Steps away. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes, back at the 4-yard line. Josh Allen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Lawrence on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Lawrence. This complete to Henry over the middle.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. Henry. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. On third and goal, Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Jones on third down. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And let's face it, we all continue to imagine what we could have seen from Derrick Henry without his injury last season, because he was on pace to be the first ever player with multiple 2,000-yard seasons. Even in only 8 games, he still finished 9th in the NFL in rushing. Simply put, an incredible accomplishment.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there. And
the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They run again on first down, Chubb. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Chubb. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now McManus will line up for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
From midfield now, Lawrence over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Vernon Butler, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
To try again after the sack. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 3rd down, Lawrence Locates Mooney on the out route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. On the right hash, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing, Jones. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second and 5. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Again, it's Lawrence. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Down inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And this will be caught by Mooney. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Second down, they go again with Henry. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. From the 44, Lawrence. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Ball at the 33, second and 9. Inside handoff, Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Here's Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
In 2021, Corey Davis made the move from the Tennessee Titans to the New York Jets, but injuries limited him to only 9 games. When healthy, though, he had begun to show the promise that made him a top 5 pick by the Titans. A promising rep there, getting a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Jones. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Lawrence. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff to Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 41, Lawrence. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. 10 yards on the pickup. It's Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Lawrence. Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down the ground. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. LA set to take over again on offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones over the middle. That's caught by Claypool. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 24, Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They go play action with Lawrence. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. But forget the run. They shot the D and run off a pretty good play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. As Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. Trying to improvise. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
And Chubb try the middle here. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Panthers about ready to take over. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. You've got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and a couple. Lawrence. Open man is Samuel. Complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. There's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Jones. Into the hands of Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Here's Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw is Jones. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Jones looking around. And that is incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a good one here. Lead in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
There's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Carolina, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down.